know, maybe it's just me, but I'm starting to get the feeling this game might have something against me. I'm really getting that feeling. I'm not kidding when I say this, but I actually started the game, blue screened, and then when I rebooted my computer, now it thinks I only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is almost like an ominous sign. Something or someone is trying to prevent this. Oh, she's long gone. Completely. We'll never see her again. Ever. You could almost argue that we never saw her to begin with. She's gone forever. Her too, she's also gone forever. It's almost like she never existed. Trapped away in a dark basement with only what, 3 rays of light? Oh shoot, I can't remember what I was doing. You're right, we have the grandma available. That's an option. A grandma. We can force her to give us soup. Now, I honestly can't remember what I was last doing. I can only imagine I have to go here. This sail's defective. It doesn't take me crazy fast indoors. I feel scammed. I want my money back. Speaking of scams and money, apparently all I needed to get the no HUD working properly was a ladder. I feel like that's too weirdly specific. I almost feel like having to use a ladder to get no HUD working properly, it's a scam in itself. Kind of like losing half your RAM off a blue screen. Am I? How can I correct the problem? Alright, I can't aim like that. How long has this been? Why didn't anyone say anything? Weird, I think you're actually supposed to get a key here. But how? That's like asking how to get a green rupee. You know they never show up. Ever. Completely. Damn it, where are all the ladders when you need them? Alright. I know how the world works. Since this stick is made out of wood, I won't get electrocuted. I want my money back. I got scammed by physics. I was promised I wouldn't get electrocuted with wood. I feel so ripped off. And isn't wood supposed to float, too? No, everything's not working. Wow, I really am getting scammed, left and right. Losing half your RAM, having that weirdo. And still no ladders. I feel so ripped off. Yeah, come to think about it, shouldn't they be electrocuting the whole room? Can't believe it. Everything's a lie. I honestly have no idea what's going on with my RAM. Thankfully this game doesn't need 16, but I might have to spend the whole day uninstalling my computer. Because this is a weird thing, how it just magically goes away, but the computer can still recognize that there's 16 gigabytes of RAM, just that seemingly only 8 are available. Or as the system said, 8 usable by system. Like, really? What are the odds of that happening? I've heard of having, like, computer issues, but I almost feel like I got my RAM stolen. How often can people say that? I just realized I did this out of order. I think you're supposed to go here first. I feel ripped off by that support beam too. I believe it. That's probably why he's not here. He's stealing stuff and selling it on the black market. How could he? Oh, need a ladder. Finally. Now I can activate no HUD. Wait, I don't think I did it right. Okay, I can get this working. There was a weird order to this, but I definitely have it. Okay, I know this looks stupid, just going up and off the ladder, but there was really something to it. Trying to activate the AR code. For some reason, if you turn on and off the HUD at just the right moment, you'll be able to use your items. But I can't get it to work. Oh well. I tried. Dream's over. The HUDless dream. I know it's weird, but I'm pretty sure that's what triggers the thing. Just turning on and off the camera icon on a ladder? I just don't remember the exact order. Because when you just use the no HUD code, you can't use items. I have no idea why. And I really wish I knew why. Because, I mean, just look at this. 1080. Yeah, 1080, don't believe Twitch. 1080. Cinematic aspect ratio. No HUD. This could be like a really bad machinima. Doesn't everyone love really pretty but bad machinimas? And even if you don't, machinima almost sounds like it could be the name of a really bad cookie. And if that isn't compelling, I don't know what is. I can't believe it. I went all this way just looking for a ladder and I couldn't get the AR code to work. You know, seeing statues attack you and then not attack you can't help but feel like somewhere, someone's horrifically horrified of these statues. Or, I mean, just statues in general. And it's all because of this game. Yeah! It's so close to that cookie, you could almost like it just for the sake of it being close sounding to the cookie. Damn, these torches are too tall. Okay, I know there's a puzzle to be had here, but... I don't really feel like doing the puzzle. It's close enough, right? That counts as solving something. I think it should. Yeah, that's definitely the way the puzzle was meant to be solved. Not with any wooden sticks, because clearly they're not wood since they don't float. I understand how these physics work. Always the best understanding of the deepest physics is. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but I really feel like it'd be faster just to swim than to use the elusive cruise function. I don't know, that boat just feels water? I feel like I saw something I wasn't meant to see. I'll never look at water the same way. I'm sure this is close enough. But sure enough it was. Oh, weird, fixed camera angles. I didn't even think Wind Waker had any of those. Just for that hole. Not this hole. Oh, these guys must be really upset about the money. I wonder if it was one of their college graduation funds. I don't really need the boat. Goodbye, boats. I'll probably never see you again in this place, but you'll somehow end up outside. Oh, I can definitely feel the loss of 16 gigabytes of RAM with just opening that door. Wait, did that mouse kill itself? Oh my god, that mouse killed itself! I'm sure the boat's fine. I don't know how, but I got it! I got the no-HUD thing working. And all it took was abandoning a boat. Success! Can't believe that mouse killed itself. Yep. The mouse fell like the other one. Uh-huh. Definitely wasn't anything premeditated. It was kind of weird, just... abandoning the boat was somehow the trigger. Well, I know it's not the trigger, but I couldn't do it with the ladder. I know this is dumb, but I'm kind of glad I got the no-HUD working now, rather than have it work like in the last few minutes. I mean, does anyone really need a map? Or to see your own health? Probably not. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, aiming's the same. Oh god, the arrow is still there. You know, for being the place you get the bow in, there sure are a bunch of eyes. They're kind of red herrings. Like that one. You see the eye, but it has nothing to do with what you're supposed to do. Nothing in the slightest. Alright, what's it going to be? Are you a Triforce piece? Darn. I really get the feeling we want to find a Triforce piece randomly in one dungeon. I want to say it already happened, but I get the feeling it could happen again. You never know with these randomizers. You could either be making incredible progress, or be making none in the slightest. But you really can't ever tell with these. Alright, random statue. Damn, can't throw him up. I have to slowly walk him across. Wow, the shield looks kind of weird under the weird zone lighting thing. I wonder if there was any horrific consequence of making the not Hylian shield the Hylian shield. I'm sure it's fine. It's not like we're going to get weird mirror stuff going on. Wow, it looks kind of weird seeing those fake black bars and seeing, like, some of the geometry over them. Neat, a song! I can't wait to pick up a rupee from a song. Because that's how... I'm sure that's how scale music works. You learn a song and out of nowhere you'll get something like a pair of nice shoes. She might already have the iron boots. Yeah, sure enough. I was close, it wasn't shoes, but it was a belt. I can't help but feel like I would have been more involved with band if I would get random articles of clothing for learning sheet music. I'm just saying, it's a really good motivator. You can almost say it's... Oh my gosh, is that skeleton attacking me? Maybe it's just me, but I swear that skeleton looked like it was groping Link. With its non-hands, it was doing that. God, there's weirdos everywhere. Going after perfectly innocent... children. Oh, the horrors of it all. No one's doing anything to stop it. That's what makes it worse. You know, Chrono, we need Chris here. I mean, just look at this place. If stuff like that's happening... You know, I know it's stupid, but I kind of want to see just... Yeah, I might have to do this myself. Go into Wind Waker modding just to see if we can get Chris in here. Because people figured out a way to get Melody and Tetra. So clearly we need a Chris Hansen mod. He's the most fitting for Zelda. There are a bunch of weirdos who ask weird things of children in Zelda. So Chris would just fit in so well. Almost like he was made to be in here. He was made to question those weirdos. He seems the most fitting. Can't think of anyone less fitting. I mean, really, when I think of Zelda with Young Link or Toon Link, clearly it's a bunch of weirdos asking weird things of kids. Weird, the eye was open. The cutscene. Now, I know I kind of messed up things before doing this, but... I wonder if the boss fight breaks here too. I don't know, sure enough. But I feel scammed. I fought that scary man just for a compass? Or scary wolf? Or wolf dressing up as a man? Hey, me gusta. Really, I'm kind of surprised. Like, I know when this game came out, everyone hated it, but I know a lot of people tend to like it now. I'm kind of surprised I've never seen any gameplay of it. Is there? I could believe it. It really does look like there really could be. I don't know, it's been a while since I played Wind Waker without mods, but... I kind of don't remember seeing two cones. And sure enough, it's only the light arrow. Weird. I can only wonder what's causing it. I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out, Chrono. I'm kinda curious what else is glitching. You know, speaking about being attracted to things, you know like how the sleazy games that tend to feature characters in skimpy outfits, how they tend to have a bubbly theme with bright pink colors regardless of which gender they're sexualizing? Could you classify those types of games as effeminate just because of the pink menus, regardless of which body they're showing, like, to gawk at? Because, like, you know that one week... Okay, I don't think it ever got translated into English, or even escaped Japan, but there was this one Wii game where you would play as a bunch of buff bodybuilders who were all guys, and similar to, like, games that sexualize female characters, like Galgun, or... Dead or Alive Volleyball had pretty pink menus. They all do the same thing, regardless of which gender they're going after. So, would you consider those games effeminate just over that? We'll see. This is the questions we clearly need answered. Especially while playing Wind Waker of all games. I'm pretty sure that hit. That figures the one that's like the most far away actually lands. Kind of, huh? Wow, I feel like an idiot. There was just a giant eye right there. I completely missed it. You know what's the worst part? This isn't the first time. That actually happened, well, not with the giant eye, but with the giant red target. The last time I streamed. How do I keep missing the obvious? I feel like this might be becoming a problem. Well, it's good to hear that it's not just me. Because I don't know, I was starting to get nervous, like this is happening repeatedly. At least for me. I guess the worst part is I could say I have videotape of it happening. I know this is dumb considering how far I am in the game. And especially since I went out of my way to play without HUD, but sometimes I kind of forget the prompts for actions. While that does sound like dumb luck, I think I'd rather take that knowing I would always be able to hit the small target. I mean, I'm sure that could be helpful somewhere. Like ski. That's definitely a modern sport that's not only done at the Olympics anymore. Actually, yeah. That would be really helpful for ski, of all things. Yeah, the more and more I think about it, that would be like the ideal thing for Skeet. Oh yeah, I'm sure. It makes perfect sense. They're all waiting for Link. You know, it'd be impolite to just go without the person the camera's focused on. I mean, could you imagine if someone else did that? I can't help but feel like these lasers were supposed to be transparent. Maybe I messed up something with the bloom lighting. Just maybe. Kind of weird how out of nowhere this one random Wizrobe shows up. I think it'd be more normal if it happened in more rooms, but I swear it feels like just a one-off. Just having one Wizrobe randomly show up when you get the statue. I personally think it could be excited, or have it be exciting, getting jumped whenever you return to a place you visited before. You know, like Backtracking. Moments like that. Sure is convenient how these doors glow, telling me where to go. It's like they really want you to know where you're going, even if you have a map and compass. I honestly can't tell. Was that the third or fourth one? Sure enough, there were only 3. Can't tell why I thought there were 4. Okay, that message is... Hold on, give me a moment to read it. Yeah, I can definitely relate with that. I want to say it's probably more common than you think, but then again, how many people want to admit they have sleeping problems? No, I don't trust those statues. Let's get these perfectly innocent pots. Clearly they're better company than the statues. I mean, just look at them. I would rather have this than the statue. I don't think I actually got the big key. Well, I take it back. I guess I got it somewhere. I wonder where I even picked it up. I'm just drawing at a complete blank. Oh no. This is like the reverse of sleepwalking. Your sleep pick... wait, wasn't it nighttime when I got here? Oh, of course. That's the best way to carry stuff. And... I don't think this is the same skybox as the ocean outside, like on the boat. Wonder why they would use a different skybox for this. Oh damn it, this eye's really fast on the draw. Yeah, I know people always kind of make fun of Zelda for having, like, the whole shoot the eye with the bow and arrow thing, but up until this dungeon, they were kind of doing a good job at avoiding that. Kind of weird how now they've decided to do it. I'm sure the birds are fine. It's not like you saw them explode on screen. Is that the boat? Oh wait, a ferry. That could be helpful. Like... I can't tell if... Is the King of Red Lion supposed to be there? Sure enough, it's him. Just randomly loading in and out. I never knew he just hung out there. Their pixel? Well, I guess I take it back about not seeing the boat again. So much for abandoning him. I don't think that color transitioned the right way. Now, here's a boss that feels weirdly familiar to Ocarina of Time. I say weirdly because I kind of had to do something similar. I feel like it was such a late 90s and early 2000s thing to do, where you just have something floating with hands and eyes on its hand. Mario did it, this game did it, Ocarina of Time did it, I think the Minish Cap even did it, and I want to say Castlevania 60, not 64. I know for a fact one of the Castlevania games did it. Why do people like putting hands with eyes? Is this like the epitome of something and I'm just completely oblivious to it? Weird. I think people would compliment him for going all out on a costume. I mean, dressing up like anyone, it's usually one of those things that probably takes way too much time to... I knew in high school there was a guy who styled his hair like Goku. Like when he's Super Saiyan, all spiky, but he didn't use like yellow hair dye. Everyone always gave him compliments on his hair. I can only imagine the hours it would take to get that ready for school. Maybe he's not doing the costume right. Maybe that's why he's being made fun of. He's either... yeah, that's probably it. Or maybe he's doing too much but in the wrong places. Then again, Link seems like something that's easy to do vaguely, but really hard if you want to go for something more I did all that for money? I didn't get anything out of this place. Okay, now I know this is going to sound dumb, but I've never played Minecraft. But believe it or not, I'm probably like the one person in the world. What's a Minecraft streaker? I know this sounds so stupid, but I'm being serious. Never played Minecraft. Why do I feel like I'm right next to that? Sure enough. Oh shoot, this map. Is playing Minecraft really having a social life? Wouldn't you think a social life would be, you know, actually going outside? I mean, wasn't the general joke that if you knew about video games that you had no life? Isn't it kind of hard to make that joke in the other way? Darn, I was too slow on that. I really wonder why the sequel's just hanging out here. There's like a weirdly specific set of things with seagulls. You know, I can't help but feel like that wouldn't be something that could last in the long run. Well, then again, I take it back, because there's this one streamer who's, like, incredibly oblivious to everything. I probably shouldn't mention names, but I almost find it hard to believe that there's someone like them. Hey, look, the seagulls are here. I'm not kidding. There's like someone who's like... Oh damn it, I passed it. Oh, that's just Wind Waker. Wind Waker's known for having a pretty dynamic soundtrack. Most of Zelda is, actually. But yeah, there's a streamer I know that's incredibly oblivious to everything. That wasn't the button I wanted. They like don't know a lot of joke or slang. I don't believe them when they said this, but supposedly they couldn't, they didn't know how to say hello. They were like doing this weird thing where they were saying like yo and sup. To this day I'm convinced it's just an act. Like, I know people are oblivious, and some people can just get really unlucky and be incredibly oblivious, but I refuse to believe that you could be in college and not know how to say hello to just people on the street. No, I'm serious, there really is someone like this. Okay, if you don't believe me, you can look them up. They're Ice Aurora. It's basically a stream where the streamer's incredibly oblivious to everything. I'm not kidding. It's almost kind of surreal how oblivious they are. Yeah, that looks close enough. Actually, I think it'd probably be faster just to warp to something next to it. Kinda surprised I only got the A wrong song this late in. Doesn't seem anything too unusual there. You know, some teachers have like Facebooks and stuff like that. Speaking of searching up stuff, you'd be surprised what type of stuff you can legally find on people, depending on the state you're living in. Apparently some states get away with having a bunch of stuff available just for the public to see, with just your first and last name. Well, isn't that what you would expect when you're searching someone? To get a picture of them? If you search someone, then ideally you'd probably want to get an image of them. to remember. What dungeons haven't I done? I get the weird feeling I've done. Alright, it finally happened! I got a chest to get a chest. Or, not a chest. A chart to get a chart. I knew this type of thing would happen. Alright, later. Finally, a chest within a chest. Or a chart within a chart. I knew the randomizer would do this. I refused to believe that wasn't a thing that could happen. Finally, it's there. Finally. That was the one thing sea exploring needed. I wish I had the tingle tuner just to... Well, I know I have it in my inventory, but I mean like usable. Because I'm really curious on whether time passes when you're warping. I know in the 64 games it did. I'm really wondering if that could mess up certain time-based quests. I mean, people really never think about the clock in Zelda, but surprisingly that controls a lot of background stuff. How much money do I have now? I only have enough to convert one of Tingle's maps. Why do I feel like I'm near that one? Where could that one be? Actually, I don't think I finished Shark Island. Or Bird Peak Rock. Or... No, I'm pretty sure there's a Shark Island. Oh, Bird Flight. You know, I should probably do that minigame. I know Bird Flight's probably like a minigame a bunch of people missed. It's so weird, it's like right next to a main island, but I'd probably never think to go in that spot. To be honest, it probably would have made more sense to have the minigame in the actual town, and not just like a square away. You can never predict these islands. Like that right there. Gosh. Oh wait, I got it. I was about to say, I think I overshot it. Ooh, we're getting a fancy thing. Now that I think about it, I think all the sea chests do this. Do they all do that? I know this is like the most random thing to just... You know, I'll test this one. Ah, shoot. Why do I get the feeling I'm under it? Sure enough, I was. Yeah, that's a weird thing about the Swift Sail. You kinda go too fast. Makes it hard to turn. Hello, Magusta. Welcome back. Yeah, sure enough. All of them do this cutscene. Pretty sure I checked the flag on the randomizer to get rid of that. I wonder if it's hard-coded into the sea chest. Alright, still going in the right direction. I need a bunch of seagulls. I wonder if there's anything bad here. Kinda weird. Usually the seagulls are like really good markers for like really weird stuff. I want to say moth memes because I've seen a couple of the Bongo Cat ones already. And I'm not really sure how far you can go with moth memes, so how about that one? Wait, that guy's here? What's he even looking at? I wonder if this guy gives me free magic. Moth memes for life. How far can you really go with moth memes? Now, when I met this character, I thought it was incredible. This guy's basically Waluigi in bird form. I mean, just look at the mustache and the purple goggles. Why doesn't this character have more notoriety? You'd think someone like him would have everything. This is probably the closest we're ever getting to Waluigi in an actual video game. It's not like a party or sports spin-off. Alright. Yep, full magic. Now, I think you're okay with missing the first whirlwind. But you kinda don't want to miss any of the other ones, if I remember, like, the optimal strategy to do this without the Tingle Tuner. Sure enough, I already missed one. Right, I somehow got that one. You know, maybe Waluigi's just cursed not to get any notoriety. How did I mess that one up? I'm sure I got enough air. Holy shoot! The loading distance for the pots. I forgot the GameCube version had them like that sudden. I'm so used to playing this minigame on the Wii U version where basically the draw distance is just so much better. I really forgot the pots just load in. I kind of missed that in like older games. Like they wouldn't bother with like a fade-in thing. It was just like really obvious. It loaded in. Right, I should probably try and guess where the twister is ahead of time. Rather than spend too much going after it. Oh, that's fine. I have more than enough money to just keep going at this for a good while. Wait, no, I need that one. Twister! Nah. You know, Magusta, would having notoriety as a Twitch viewer, is that something you would really want? That seems like one of those double-edged sword things. Like, wouldn't you just get banned in a bunch of places if people knew you by a reputation? Alright. sometimes probably the charm. I mean, that's how it usually works in baseball. I always thought it was messed up how the game doesn't even put the wind in the direction you want it to go. Like, the game's just perfectly fine with you doing this with the wind against you. I know a few other mini-games do that, but just for the sake of convenience, you'd really think they would just have it by default. No one quite yet, Chrono. You're really on the fly. That edgy emote with the eye is just amazing for it. Nah. I guess he asked for it. I mean, you can't say the mods are unattentive. Wait, Brother's best record? Holy shoot, Waluigi's good at flying! We've heard it here. I still want to know what he's looking at. Me. Oh, why couldn't I be playing a me game? Then I could make so many bad puns with we and me. Okay, so basically Magusta said he wanted to be banned, and then it happened? Chrono being the always attentful mod? I mean, the guy got what he asked for. Yeah, that's basically what happened. I feel like I should probably lift the ban, because aside from being dumb, he didn't really do anything bad. Let's see. Wait, I don't think that was the right command. Wait, does that work? No. You're right. Oh, thanks, Irritated. I thought permit would work! I mean, when you see permit, wouldn't you expect it to be like an override everything? Like, you are permitted to talk for 1 minute. I thought it would overwrite the ban. Oh. Okay, that makes so much sense now. You know, I think my stream does allow links, all things. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like at this rate I should just have like a sticky note on my desk that says, "These are the commands for Twitch." Every day I'm really starting to feel like I should just have a sticky of it. Need its hydration bot! They're finally there! Finally! I wonder why Hydration Bot doesn't like my channel. I wonder if someone said something to him. Oh yeah, that is a thing with, like, Franker Face. Holy shoot, I saw money. Clearly that's what we need to go back for. And having the actual item equipped. Weird. I didn't think they would have to be manual. Rono, nobody hates you. Yeah, it's not like you have bad blood with anyone. I wonder if you could somehow make a career out of having bad blood with people on Twitch. Because I feel like this is something that could probably work if orchestrated properly. Hey look, it's underscore. Oh no, a lover's quarrel. Live on chat. What are the odds of this happening? No, Chrono, you need to be more assertive. You need to light a cigarette and burn their wrist with it. Don't say yes, honey. Oh no, the stuttering is back. It's so weird. You know, this is the worst thing. I figured out a way to get around that, but then my RAM has to decide and cut itself in half. It figures. The moment I get everything working well for Wind Waker, something weird has to happen. It will. In today's form, it's in the form of not having half your RAM. You know, I kinda don't want to bother fixing it, but I know I have to. How is RAM a reference to anything other than RAM? Wait. There's a bunch of shinies on the water. In the shape of a triangle. If that isn't subliminal, I don't know what is. Oh, chat's fine. Wow, Underscore is finally getting the action he always wanted. Knowing Underscore, he's probably going to leave when it happens. You know, it's so weird. I was talking about Chris Hansen moments ago, and how he'd be like the perfect character for a Zelda game. He'd probably be good for everything. At this rate. All those emotes and like that one cell bar, or bar cell. Bar cell? Jail cell! What the heck am I doing mistaking jail with bars? Did you really Underscore? Did you? Because I feel like there's probably a way people could get exact evidence on whether you did or didn't. I get the feeling I'm completely far off the point. Oh, neat! Someone killed themselves in the background. Progress! Wait, how did this boat... How's this boat already smoking? Who shot that boat? You know, Chrono, I feel the same way. The only problem is I can't do a good impersonation of Otz. Probably. I've been trying to gear up for something which I'm calling the Hungry Night special. I was supposed to do it like the day after I beat Hungry Night, but I never got around to it. So I think I'll save it for tomorrow, you know, being the first of the next month. It'll be like an October Fool's special. Makes sense, right? April Fools on the 1st, October Fools on the 1st. Oh shoot, I'm running out of maps again. Why do I feel like I've been to this island already? All these rocks look the same to me. Why do you keep ripping chat? Are you having like loading issues with Twitch? Because Twitch has been pretty bad for me recently. I cannot find that island! All these rocks look the same to me. Well, it's kind of a thing with Twitch. Twitch is known for having lurkers. Now I think about it, like Squillakilla, that guy, despite having like a huge amount of viewers, his chat's surprisingly slow and easy to read. It's kind of surprising that he has that many lurkers, and not just like a bunch of people screaming random stuff. Alright, let's go to the boating course. If only it was a driving course. Probably not. Twitch kinda tends to delete messages with a bunch of letters on them automatically. Seems like a waste of time on your end. I swear I'm getting worse at reading the compass. I'm just saying. Has anyone ever told you yes when you say if you can post an essay? That's reasonable from Crow. Oh shoot, I passed the boating thing. Really, 11th. How did I overshoot this? God, I swear I'm getting worse at reading this map. You know, underscore, I really can't understand the message. I feel like there's a word missing. Like, there should be a noun, or a proper noun, or... love that stupid emote of just the eye. I wish I could remember that guy's name from Yu-Gi-Oh! What was it, like Joey? Or Wheeler? I think I remember him having like an out-of-place accent, like compared to everyone else. Holy shit, I got it right. Didn't think I'd get Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters' names right after like years of not seeing the show. You know, Wheeler sounds like the name you would want a stupid biker gang with. It's like so campy. Megusa, you know the only rule is to use common sense. Yeah, let's go to Tingle. Even though this horrible man's just doing slavery. Why doesn't anyone do something? He was in jail and he enslaved an adult named David Jr. and is forcing him to work. Alright, so it was a Brooklyn accent. I remember him having like something out of place like compared to everyone else. Just look at the horror. Poor David Jr. is being forced to work for Tingle and dress like him. David Jr. is just a guy. He has no relation to Tingle. Someone should really stop this guy. Did Tingle have jiggle physics? Did I just see that? Oh damn, chat's getting exciting again. I can't believe it. Tingle screamed at me saying I didn't have enough money. Some people are just rude. Can you imagine screaming at a customer? This is why he got arrested. Oh, are we going through like some chat revelations? Yeah, speaking of cleaning mounts, I know there's like that thing where supposedly awful kids get their mouth washed out with soap. I personally don't know anyone who's ever had like that happen to them. Now maybe it's just me, but if I knew I couldn't brush well, wouldn't it just make more sense to like just carry mouthwash with you than risk people telling you had bad breath? Or am I just looking at things the wrong way? You know, all these rupee numbers keep getting lower and lower. I wonder if the game's going to start giving me green rupees. I swear, some of these take longer. You know, for whatever it's worth, doing nothing can sometimes be its own issue. Just look at doing nothing while driving. That leads to horrific accidents. Which I still think is kind of bullshit. That doing nothing while driving will just create accidents. Alright, now for some exciting seafaring. Or, not seafaring, sea... Actually, what would you call gliding? Sea gliding? Do I not have any magic? Sure enough, I don't. It does in the driving world. Like, you get in a car, get on the street, and if you start doing nothing, a crooked cop could come and give you a ticket. Now, maybe this is just me, but I personally love the Deku Leaf for gliding purposes in Wind Waker. I really wish there was more built around it. Same with the glider in Skyward Sword. Like, I remember as a kid seeing like trailers of it, and it showing Link gliding across the map. I remember thinking, oh, that's going to be so cool how they use it in the game. But then when the game came out, they got rid of the glide feature, and it's just a parachute. I really wish more games had, like, gliding mechanics instead of something like, say, a double jump. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more to be had with gliding than a second jump. Which is weird, because a lot of games have gliding, but they don't really go anywhere with it. The only game that kinda did something with gliding was like Breath of the Wild, but I feel like it's kind of used a little too... Like, you can't control the wind, that's like the best part in Wind Waker with the glider. Kinda felt weird in Breath of the Wild because you would never have the wind go against you. Aww. I was really hoping that small jar would have enough to go the whole distance. Oh, there's Beetle. I need a basket. Maybe Beetle has something. You know, I really wish Beetle wouldn't sail away from me. This is part of the reason why I like shooting him. Damn it, Beetle, stop sailing away! You know, maybe I can make it to the King of Red Lions. Yeah. Beetle needs to be taught a lesson. That'll teach him to sail away from me when I'm drowning. The nerve of Beetle. He should be more supportive to what's probably his only and best customer. I'm getting a phone call right now. I'll be right back. And we're back! But before I could even get background music going. Probably good, all things considered. Here comes the question of where the heck am I going to get magic from here? I really don't want to warp out and warp back just for magic. But it kind of looks like I'm going to either have to do that or exploit the loading transition with Beetle. For an island that has, you know, an actual treasure that involves having to use the Jeku leaf, you'd think there'd be more magic lying around. Wonder why Jingle looks so sad. Okay, if I go in again, is he still going to look sad? Or is that just his default face? Sure enough, just his default face.
Bye!
You know, just for the sake of keeping Jingle grounded, even though he's on a boat, let's blow up the ship again. It looks like it breaks the motor. You know, Tingle has only himself to blame for this. If he were a better shopkeeper, he wouldn't have to have his motor broken. Damn it, that stupid thing gave me 2 arrows. Oh, it looks like the jobs aren't fixed. Right now what I'm doing is just trying to get random treasures because I have everything except the Triforce. That's the last thing I need before I can go fight Ganondorf. So outside of the Triforce, not really. Basically just have to explore islands until I get either the Triforce or more money to translate Tingle's charts. Oh yeah. It's almost like the base game, but without... You know, it's basically the base game, but without having the Triforce chart. You know, it's kind of weird how, like... There's just a Triforce hunt in this game, and because of everything being randomized, I feel like it's just going to make the randomizer take longer. Because if Ocarina of Time was randomized, I don't think it would take as long. How much magic do... half a magic bar, that's enough. See, that's a thing. Having everything be random, I kind of like that about the randomizer. It basically makes the game really open-ended. The only bad part is when you have a mindfuck because of side quests and doing them backwards, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, that is the thing. If you know where to go, you probably don't even need to explore anything. If anything, this randomizer is just a really good excuse to explore the world of Wind Waker. You get to do a bunch of pointless stuff, like the golfing island. I mean, how many people actually bother to go to that place? Golfing island should be its own thing, like every time someone plays Wind Waker. Even though I don't think the reward for actually completing the golfing minigame's worth it. Just the experience itself should be worth it. Alright, I did it! And with... Huh, I used 2/3 of the unupgraded magic bar. Why do I get the feeling that was a piece of heart in the non-randomized game? Weird, the sky's so cloudy, but the ocean's so well lit. Oh wait, I take it back, the ocean got dark now. Alright. How much money do I have? Can I go pay Tingle to translate a map? Sure enough I can. Time to go to a weirdo who's committed slavery. Like, really, someone should stop Tingle. Like, I know not the photographer, the statue guy's aware of Tingle having a slave. Someone should really stop him. This isn't insider knowledge if the sculpture guy knows. Why do those seagulls look so different? God, his prices are so expensive. You know what's the worst part? Even if I get money out of it, it won't be enough money to cover getting the map converted, or translated. Whatever's the proper word for a map. You know, I think I have enough chew jelly to do the mini... It's not really a mini game, but the side quest on Windfall Island. I think the guy only wants 10. Feels kind of weird just sailing without the music. I know people really like the ocean about that because it's like, oh, it's so calming, but part of me wishes there was more random stuff in the ocean, like maybe debris. I know Phantom Hourglass tries doing that with like barnacles, but barnacles always look like they were out to get you. They didn't feel genuine. Seeing those little lines on the floor looks so weird. I wonder if there's any way to get around that. With like the wonky occlusion from Reshade. I wonder if these rupees ever respawn. Part of me wants to say no. Aww. Oh, damn, 15. Rude moderator? Did you have problems with like ambient occlusion too? Did the occlusion haunt you? Did it clip through everything? Because now there's actually a form of reverse occlusion. You know how people are willing to go out of their way to force occlusion in games? I'm not kidding. There's now something that could be considered the reverse of it. Global illumination. Rather than have things get dark next to each other, things will be bright. Not next to each other, but things will be bright. I think it makes sense. After years of people obsessing over ambient occlusion, we now need to obsess over essentially the same thing, but on the opposite spectrum. Yeah, that's basically the problem with every game on Dolphin. Thankfully, since I'm not playing with the HUD, it doesn't show up that often. The clipping part, anyways. Yeah, I feel like when it's only down to that, I'm willing to live with it. You know, at the rate I'm going, I don't think I'm getting too much good stuff out of this. I think I'm going to bother with the islands. Like, you know, the ones that have stuff on them? Like Star Island. I remember getting there on, like... Wait, no, it wasn't Star Island. There was an island I left unfinished because I didn't have the hook shot. Where was it? I'm just going to assume it was Shark Island. You know, for an island being called Shark Island, and I get it shaped like a shark, and I get there are actually sharks on that island, but you'd think they'd show up at times without them trying to attack you. I don't know. If I went to a place called Shark Island, I would kind of assume to just see the sharks by default. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a single shark yet. I've seen the Octoroks and the Sea Hats. I really don't think I've actually seen a shark at all during the randomizer. I honestly don't know, but I think that could be amazing. Can you imagine, like, going into a door and, like, having dramatic music and seeing a chew jelly? You can kill everything with the sword except for a few enemies. Like, the statues with the mustache. What are they called? Not Balmos. Oh yeah, purple chew jellies, too. Okay, so the statues with mustaches and purple chew jellies. And the pose. Well, I guess if you bother getting possessed, you can kill them that way. Okay, so the... What else? What other enemies? Part of me wants to say that's it. Oh, the P-Hats and C-Hats. You need either a boomerang or a deku leaf or arrows to kill those. I really feel like that's it. Can't really think of any other enemies. Oh, the sharks. Yeah, the sharks need a projectile. Okay, so we have 4. Oh, Phantom Ganon? Phantom Ganon requires the Master Sword. I learned it the hard way. And yeah, I think that's it. I think everything else can be killed with the sword. Yeah, I think that's it. I really think everything else can just be killed with the sword. Yeah, a randomizer could be a real thing. You would just have to remove those enemies. I wonder if that's a thing someone's done. Because I know there are randomizers for like Dark Souls for both items and enemies. I might have to look this up now. Like, having an enemy randomizer could be fun. I wonder if they're going to keep showing up until I get the dark mode. I don't know why, it really seems like they're spawning around him. Sadly, you get soup from her. You don't even get a bottle or anything, it's just soup. But everything else has been pretty random. I know there are settings to make it more random than what I have. I think you can even have it so that you can have everything show up from chests and places like that. Oh, and whenever basically characters give you items, like the store, you can randomize the store. I really feel like you could rig it to set it up like that. Because I got all of my sword upgrades from chests, but you could get it from side quests like that. I know there's some goofy stuff you can get, like when Maggie gave Link the mirror shield on my run. So you can really get some wonky stuff. Yeah, I'm sure somewhere someone's thinking of like the best joke order for items. Oh weird, the Dark Nut. The Dark Nut is going sleeveless. Dark Nut. That doesn't sound right. It sounds so dumb. Did you see the Dark Nut? It was over there. You saw it. It was a dark nut. Dark nut. He was there, and he had a belt. The dark nut left a belt. I'm trying to think. What was the island? I know it's around here. Yeah, it's moments like this I kind of wish there were 2 sets of items like in the HD version. Okay, I know it has to be around here. Not Needle Rock. Wait, I could do Private Oasis. Now I have the stuff for Private Oasis. Okay, I know I should probably stop getting the rupees because at this point they're only 20, but... And I overshot it. Good thing these Octorok are just casually not bombing me. How could you do this to me? You made me believe I was safe. Don't you hide. Admit what you've done, and... Wow, I didn't think I'd actually get hurt from doing that. Why is everything in triangles on the ocean? I just realized that. Is this like some subconscious Bermuda Triangle thing going on? I really wonder why Link keeps like skywalking. Normally that's supposed to be a rare thing, yet I feel like it's happening too common. Okay, these guys are way too accurate. They're like the ships, only actually good at their job. They're not even giving me time to ready the bow. damn it, why'd I have to have the light arrows equipped? Kind of weird how the water gets in the way of the arrows. Well, that was exciting. Getting to attack a bunch of fishes, octopuses, octopi? Speaking of octopuses, okay, you know how Octodad was a thing? And like it actually got everywhere. There's even a Wii U version of Octo Daddy. Or, no, that's not his name. Shit, what was the name of that octopus guy? Wait, no, I think it was Octo Daddy. Or... You know what, this is bothering me. I have to look it up now. What's the name of the game? Octodad. It was? Yeah, sure enough it was. Okay, now that I know the name, I can sleep slightly better at night. Okay, now what was the point I was trying to make with Octodad? Okay. Octopuses, octopi, octodad. It's gone. It's completely gone. Yeah, I just can't remember it anymore. No, I have no idea where to go. I'm going to Star Island. Maybe that's the place I'm thinking of. Now this is bothering me. What was I going to say about Octodad? Octodad. Octo-Rock. It's gone. I'm just drawing out a blank. Completely. Yeah, underscore. How are you doing today? On this Sunday evening? Feels kind of weird saying that. I don't know why. Oh, the music's gone. So close to getting that stuttering gone. I finally found a workaround. And then my RAM had to get cut in half. That seems suspicious. Are you on the run? Is that it? It's someone headhunting you. Blink twice for help. Don't worry, we're really good at reading blinks through written form. And when I say we, I clearly mean the royal we. I wonder if that's trademarked. Royal Royal we. I wonder how far you could get with that. This feels like this could be like some type of king-like grammar over a subject. Alright, Star Island. You know, I just have to say, I'm almost in shock. I looked down at my phone to read chat and then I immediately crashed. Who would have thought? Driving and texting. It still happens even when you're boating. Boating and texting. Somehow even that's dangerous. That doesn't even look like a hole. That just looks like a spot on the ground. Yep, this was not the right island. Okay, maybe it's just me, but that really does not look like a hole in the ground to me. That just looks like a dip. I know you can say, oh, that looks like a hole to me, but I mean like the dark teleporting type of hole. Okay, where's that island I left unfinished? It has to be around here. Ah, screw it, I'll just go to the oasis. Oh, holy shoot, that's like... I don't think I've ever seen Link this diagonally. I don't think I was prepared for this. Yeah, I should probably stop for those. They don't look like they're worth it anymore. Alright, time to show a creepy old butler a cabana deed. You know, out of all the characters in Wind Waker, I don't know how to interpret the butler. The butler's like this weird character. He's definitely a character, and that's about it. No, that's not... He's weird. Which is saying something about this game, because all the characters are kind of weird. Excuse me, old man, I showed you the right thing. Speaking of which, I should probably deliver this. You know, knowing my luck, that might just have the Triforce in it. Oh, I see how it is, crazy old man. You don't accept the paper until I talk to you? Damn weird old butler hand man. Yeah, see, that's a weird thing. He says he's the door. But then if you, not him with braids, but... Actually, yeah! When you're doing the puzzles, one of the other butler things will talk to you. You know, I really wish you didn't have to turn off the fireplace. I honestly love the fireplace on the island. Adds so much to it. But, you know, like, any place that looks pretty, there's some crazy weird stuff going on. Wait, am I supposed to use this here? So, it looks like a perfectly good island, even has lights, but the sewers in this place. Holy shoot, these sewers. These sewers are like the sign that, like, the crazy rich teacher who owns this place is doing crazy illegal stuff. I know right now it just looks like a normal pair of sewers, but trust me, this place gets weird. You'll know it when you see it. And it really makes you wonder if the teacher only gave you the island to, like, wash her hands clean of the crimes she's done. I'm not kidding when I say this, but there are actual dead bodies in the sewer. What does that say about the teacher? Putting dead bodies in a sewer? I think I'm just going to go in first person to avoid seeing all the occlusion on Link. Really? I know I'm always going on about, like, Tingle doing horrific stuff, but maybe someone should also check out the teacher. She doesn't seem all that innocent either. I mean, am I just supposed to believe that, like, dead bodies... I'm sorry, animated dead bodies just conveniently got into her sewers? The rats make sense, but not the animated dead bodies. Are you sure about that, Chrono? I mean, she does ask for jewelry. Oh god, what if she's a hitman, but rather than take money, she takes jewelry? Or she's taking the money to fund the jewelry. I can't see your eyes. There's too much edgy hair in the way. Edge. Would you believe me if I said your eyes say no, your mouth says maybe, but your nose says yes? Now I know what you're saying. Why would you be using a nose to tell emotion? And clearly that's something nobody thinks about. Because some people twitch their nose when they lie, and you wouldn't expect it. Well, you know what, Chrono? It's better we have you than the teacher, because, like I said, great... Oh my god, the sound that mouse made! It sounded like it was drowning. There's so much going on in these sewers. I mean, look at it. She had 2 locks to get to the dead bodies. The reanimated dead bodies. I'm just saying, this doesn't paint a good look on her. See, that's a weird thing. You have thieving rats, and you also have rats with bombs. I feel like the rats might be up to too much also. Speaking of which, looked like that rat was waiting for me. I don't know what's worse, knowing that there are literal thieving rats, or that there are rats that know how to make bombs. And use them. This is like pyromaniacs gone to the next level. I mean, how often can you say you were prepared for that? I regret coming here. That sea chart wasn't worth it. I lost my fire just for a sea chart. How much money do I have now? I expected a lot more money. How do I get out of here? Alright, time to play minigames. Now, this minigame in particular... God, this minigame's so hard. I don't care what people say. You will spend hours here. There's something unholy about it. I know these slide pushing puzzles are a real thing, but holy shoot, are the ones in Wind Waker so hard. Yeah, it was actually. I completely forgot about that. Oh, good memory. Yep, you sure did. Oh, these puzzles. I know there's one in Resident Evil 4, but that one just feels so much more bearable. I feel like I can't solve anything without breaking the puzzle. To repress them. Pressing memories. Seems like a good time. This is what I mean about these puzzles. There's something unholy about them. I mean, it's one thing to not know the shape, but it's another thing to have the shape in your head and not be able to put it together. Are you sure about that? How did I get the head outside? I feel like these puzzles are like a mindfuck because you uncover what it is, like, then you have stuff like this, where like the completely wrong piece is on the wrong spectrum. These things are like a bane. Just look at this. The whole thing's solved, but two things are in the wrong place. Now I have to mess up the face just to get back there. Okay, the Assassin's Creed one, that one was different because I could at least understand the math behind that one. And I know what you're saying. Oh, well, someone in the world can understand the math behind this. But no, I refuse to believe that. Maybe you're right, Chrono. Maybe I just need to look at this somehow through math. Somehow. You know what, you're right, Chrono. Hydration Bot believes in me. And he never shows up to my channel. So if he believes in me, I can... shit. He believes in me! Can't disappoint Hydration Bot. There's a rhythm to this, but I'm just not seeing it. You know what's the worst part? If you look up a guide for this, you don't understand the puzzle, you just understood the right combination to get to the right answer. Okay, I need to mess up the order of this. How? maybe if I do that? Wait, holy shoot! That somehow did it! Okay. I'm getting somewhere. Oh, things are going somewhere. Now I just need to unmess up the face. Why do I keep somehow ending up with two pieces out of place? Did I just create the same problem I was in earlier? It's starting to feel like that. Oh shoot, I did. I know there's a formula to this, but I'm not seeing it. I just keep moving around the face. You know what? I'm not giving up until I do this. I don't care. I will solve this. You never know, this could have a Triforce piece. No, Chrono. The heart of the cards. Hydration Bot even showed up. And you know he doesn't like showing up for some reason. We have to do it on Hydration Bot's behalf? Believement? Motivation? Courage? One of these. Because I know there's a rhythm to this. You're supposed to, like, abuse one, and make that one square go around for you, but the problem is getting that square there without messing up everything else. Speaking of messing things up, I somehow get those headpieces flipped. I'm doing this. Mark my words, I will get this. Oh, I did it! Woo! And it only took me like 9 minutes! All I needed was Hydration Bot. Wait, you're kidding. The reward for this is money? Well, I am not doing any more. No. I wanted items. Yeah. Damn it. Weird butler who's everywhere. I just realized I don't have a boomerang. Oh right, I couldn't finish Forest Haven. Well, I feel betrayed by the butler. Screw you, old man, and your weird math puzzle. Hello, underscore. Welcome back. 2 minutes later. Ooh, a letter. It's a letter from the part-time mailman. Still no boomerang. While as much as I'd love to keep going with this, I think I'm going to have to call it quits just because of unforeseen events. As much as I'd love to keep going, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff that's trying to get my attention, so before we go, let's go raid someone. You know what, let's raid Snack. He's given me a raid a few times. Let's go raid him back. And the BRB music, I guess, is broken. Alright everyone, until next time.